into lives and businesses that we love. And today we're going to be talking a little bit about personal development goals. I know sometimes that topic sounds a little bit drab and dreary and you don't really want to talk about goals, much less to write a personal development goal. But it's going to be a little bit more different this today, and we're going to be focusing on two aspects, which is life and then developing a personal development plan, and we're going to give an overall idea of how it gets done. So first of all, let's talk about life. Who do you want to become in life? What do you want to be known for? I know I've heard a quote that says, never being forgotten is better than living forever. But most of us is living life unknown to ourselves by default instead of design. We don't basically put a plan in place on a daily basis to achieve our goals or our dreams or something to that sense. We don't do it. We just get up, enjoy the day, and then go to sleep. Get up, enjoy the day, and then go to sleep. That's the rhythm of our life. And when I was in the US, I went into Kmart and I was looking for a specific item. But instead, I saw a gentleman and he was packing shelves. And he looked like he was around 60 to 65. I don't think he was older than that. 60 to 65 years old, packing shelves. Now, it could have been something that he wanted to do on his own to keep active. But then that gave me an inspiration. It gave me a drive because I do not want to have myself being 60 or 65 years having to be working for somebody else. I want to have my own business. I want to have my own life. I want to enjoy life. Being 65, you might prefer to sit down and, be home, relaxing, after all these years of working, relaxing instead of having to work to pay bills or having to work to pay a mortgage and so on and so forth. And most of us is in a situation like that, where life is not enjoyable, it's not fulfilling you, it's not exciting you. You're in a dead-end job, 9 to 5, getting up, going, working and stressing yourself and straining yourself for the employers. You don't have time for your family, to do things with the family, enjoy life, and so on and so forth. The norm is to go to college, get a degree in an area that is making the money. Not really about whether or not you enjoy that specific area. It's not about your passions anymore. It's about the area that is making the money, And you get a degree in that area, and you come out, and then maybe you work for someone else. That's the norm. And then you get a house, you get a car. Sometimes you put yourself in debt to get those things. And you work for someone for years and years and years. And you say, if you put in most of your effort, they're not going to fire me. But as you hear the media over and over again, that's not really what's happening. You understand? That's not really what is happening. And it's time for us to have a wake-up call. We were not made to live by the norms of society. We were not made to live in a square box. We were made to be unique. Our desires reveal our production, and our production reveal our purpose. That is exactly what we were made to do, our purpose. Not what others say that we must do, be a doctor, or be a physician, or be a salesman. Ignoring our passions leaves us feeling like something is missing, something is absent. Leaves us feeling unfulfilled, unsatisfied. And most of the time we wonder, what is missing? What am I doing wrong? Where did I go wrong? The enjoyment in life is just gone. So it makes sense for us to go back to finding what we enjoy, what makes us fulfilled, what makes us satisfied, and then create a path, right, to success using those things that most satisfy us. And that is what we are going to be doing today. First of all, we're going to be talking about our desires. So there's some questions that can reveal what our desires are and helping us to find our desires. One of these questions is, what makes me happy when I'm doing it? What has others said is my natural knack to do? What others come to me for advice on, you know? What are your hobbies? What are your interests? What makes time stand still for you? You know, those are the kind of questions that you answer and you think about and you put them on paper, because those can lead you to your design. Because when you think about an eagle, let's take an eagle for instance. An eagle have a desire to soar sky high in the sky. And what do they have? Everything made up within them, upon them, to get them sky high in the sky. You understand what I'm saying? They have razor sharp eyes that can see from afar. They have wings that will help them to soar above a storm. So they have the desire, plus they have the design. So we must go back to our desires that will reveal our design. So we must go back to our desires that is going to reveal our production. Is going to help us to understand what we were made to do. Okay, so I gave you some questions that will start you out, and you will find more questions below. So now that we have our desires, we must use our desires, right, to map a path to success by having a clear vision. A clear vision. If you were to think about the next 5 years, right? Where would you be? What would you be doing? And you create a vision board. I have two different kinds of big vision board. There's a picture vision board, and I created a money vision board. With the picture vision board, you go to a magazine or some kind of book that you don't mind tearing up pages of them, and you find pictures that draws you or makes you feel excited. And you take all those pictures and you put it together to form an overall concept of how your life would be looking, right? And then you stick it on your wall. And every day you watch that picture, because that picture is like give you an overall idea of how your vision is for your future. Now the money vision board for me, I created a board that has on all what I would like to accomplish and how much it costs for each of them, right? And at what time frame it's going to take for me to accomplish, and then I break it down into months. How much would I have to save to get this? How much would I have to get saved to get that? That is what I call a vision board, a money vision board and a picture vision board. So now that you have a clear vision, with that vision, you begin setting your goals. I was watching this episode called Shark Tank. If you have never watched it, you should watch it because it's really interesting. It's with a lot of entrepreneurs talking about investments. And one of the entrepreneurs told the young lady that a goal without a timeline is just a dream. A goal without a timeline is just a dream. A dream. We have to bring it to reality by putting a timeline to our goals. So we have a clear vision of what we want to get done. So then now we have to set it up into different goals. Long-term goals, short-term goals, medium goals. When you say short-term goals, you're talking about those within 1 year that you want to accomplish in the next 12 months. And medium goals is within the 2 to 4 years for me. And the long-term goal is 5 to 20 years, what you want to accomplish in those limited time frames. And you put your goals on paper and then you segment them into short goals. I want to accomplish this by 1 year. And you said, okay, these is going to be accomplished within 2 to 4 years. Then you said, these might take much longer time, so this is going to be accomplished between 5 20 years. And these goals must be SMART goals. What do I mean by SMART goals? SMART goals does not mean smart as in intelligent. It means specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. So let's say, for instance, you say, goal number 1, I want to lose weight. Is this considered to be a SMART goal? No. Why? Because it is not specific, it is not measurable, it is not achievable, it is not realistic, nor timely. Right? So when we're talking about specific, we're talking about the who and the what that is going to take to get it done. So I want, right, to lose 20 pounds. That is going to be specific. By May, right? That is going to be timely, right? I want to lose 20 pounds by May by going to the gym 7 times a week. So what is wrong with this goal? It is getting smart, but it's not all that smart as yet. Because, remember, it needs to be realistic. Going to the gym is realistic. But is 7 times a week really that realistic for you? Going to the gym 7 times a week. So if it is realistic for you, then fine. But maybe not. Maybe 3 times a week would be more realistic. So you create a goal that is going to be realistic for you, being specific and being timely, measurable, and being realistic. It's time for us to create a personal development plan, a draft of a personal development plan. With your personal development plan, you have to start with number 1, your goals. So you have like a chart. Then you have the action steps. That's 2. Then you have the resources. And then the time. And then your actual time. So you have 5 areas or categories to put in this personal development plan. When you're speaking about your goals, like I've already said, it have to be a SMART goal. So you start by saying, I will, right, lose 20 pounds, so on and so forth. Okay. And then the action steps is, I will get this done by joining a gym. You name the gym, right? Good. And I'm going to go on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. 3 times a week. For the next 3 months until it reaches to May. Okay, that's 1 action step. Number 2, I am going to join Jenny Craig. That is going to send me a meal plan in the mail. Second action step. Right? So you have the action steps down on your personal development plan. Now what resources you're going to need? For sure, you're going to be needing the money to pay for the gym. Right? You might need exercising shoes. And you might need transportation to get you there. And you might need the clothes. Or you might just use the ones that you have in your closet. Right? So you write down the resources that you will need to get you, right, to achieve this goal. Right? Then you say, I'm going to achieve this goal by May. May 2000 and whatever. The year that you're in right now. I'm going to achieve this goal by May. Now, when you have your personal development plan on paper, what you do now is use this plan. I did not say to put it in your chest drawer. You put it up on your wall. You remind yourself of what you are going to do every single week to get you to your goal, right? But when you're doing that, remember that sometimes things might not go as planned, you know. So you must give yourself a little breathing room, just in case something don't go as planned. You don't feel like if you have failed. You give yourself a little breathing room. And then, this is where the actual time frame comes in. When you actually get your goal achieved. It might be June 2000, whatever. So that is what we call a personal development plan. You put each of your goals down, you create action steps to get it done, then you have the resources, what will be needed to get this goal achieved, then you have a timeline, and then this is the actual time frame. Now, it would be bad of me if I just leave it as personal development goals and not talk about the importance of having a budget to get this personal development goal up and running. So now you have a budget. You create a budget for yourself. Yeah, the word budget sounds like more like restriction. You're not actually saying restriction. Instead, you're saying, I have $2,000 a month, and this is how my $2,000 a month is going to be spent to make sure that I do not This is how the $2,000 a month is going to be spent to make sure that my expenses stays within my income and do not break even where your expenses equals to your income, but instead your expenses is much less than your income. So you put down your budget, and then you have an extra $80 set aside as extra income because you don't have your savings and you don't have your expenses. You don't do your shopping, and then you have an extra income of $80. So, right, goal number one will cost you because, let's assume goal number one is I want to get a customer service certificate, and it costs you $400 to get that done. You have $80 extra. So you take this $80 and you divide it into the 400, and you see how much months, let's say it's 5 months, 6 months, how much months is going to get you, right, to achieve the $400 to knock off the first goal. And then when you're finished with first goal number one, you go on to the second goal. You have $80, and the second goal might cost you $600 because we're going from the smallest to the largest in the goals. Cost is $600, and you divide the 80 into the 600 and see how much money it's going to take for you to raise that amount of money to achieve the second goal. And you put that $80 aside where you cannot touch it. Because sometimes our hand is sticky, we see sometimes we want it. Put the $80 aside where you cannot touch it until it reaches to the $600 to achieve goal number 2. And that is how it works for goal setting, personal development goals. That is how it works, so that you can get to where you desire in life. So I hope that something that I have said at Positively Driven is inspirational for you, and I hope that you like this material. If you do, please subscribe, please like and share to your friends and family, and join me on Positively Driven, where we are going to be turning our passions into lives and businesses that we absolutely adore. Stay positive, stay driven, and stay focused.